Welcome to the FW-190 build video series, maybe? I don't know, I'm not really doing a very good series on it. But I'm bringing one up here every now and then when I get some cool stuff going. The past couple of days I've been, well, painting, drawing rivet rows, riveting, covering tail sections, pretty much finishing all the oddball stuff that the airplane needs to go. The first thing I did, as you can see, there's a solid gray color on the airplane now. So it's completely primered, just about ready for its first color coat. Back here, you can see the control surfaces are covered in, this is Balsa USA Solartex, I believe. I forget. And I also did some rib stitching and some pinking work. I'll see if I can't get a close up on that stuff for you. You can see the pinking tape there. That's from Pinkett up in Virginia, a local guy. You might be able to see a little bit of, I don't know, maybe little dark spots, white spots right there. That's actually rib stitching. Can't really see it very well. You can see all the little drawn lines. That's all just pencil. I'll end up having to erase all that. But as you zoom in, you see all the hundreds of thousands of, probably millions of rivets. It took me about probably 24 hours total to rivet the entire airplane. You can see there's some areas that just have a ton of rivets. They're all done single-handed, freehand. So I know some guys like to measure out where they go, but I found by the time you actually hit where you think you're going to go, you might as well just freehand it anyway. If it looks good, that's all that matters. These rivets are only about, I think they're 50 thousandths is what my little tool is cut for. So I mean, it's teeny tiny little things. But you can see the whole fuselage has been done, all the way up to inside of the cowling just a little bit, and then down on the wing as well. The wing actually took only about 8 hours to do the entire wing. Well, actually about 12. That's top and bottom. They're pretty easy. It's an easier thing to hold on to, so you don't have to worry about it moving around. The fuselage took the better part of all day yesterday to do. I got started on it about, I don't know, about 9 o'clock in the morning and finished about 6 o'clock that afternoon. So it's about 9 hours. Way too long. Canopy's glued on. I've still got the clear blue plastic protective covering on it. I'll trim that around the edge, put some litho plate framing on it, and then that'll get its last little bit of paint. It'll be ready for what few rivets it has. Windscreen, I just got to go get some plexiglass from wherever and cut out the windscreens for that. Cockpit's all done. More rivets on the fuselage side. The bottom of it, you see more rivets. I don't think I've ever shown you guys the wheel well detail, so you can see there's some detail there. There's a little dimpled panel. That's just styrene with dimples. They're actually three-dimensional. That's a better feel for it. Rivets in the areas. Some hoses. The little mark you see here, this is actually where the gun comes through the main wing spar in the real one. I've got all that stuff I got to finish putting in once I get the correct color paint on the inside. The drop tank, it's fairing and all that good stuff. More rivets. And my battery's going dead, so I'll try and make this short. I got the cooling flaps working. As they go full power, you see them open, close, and then once you put the flaps down, they also open. Now you see the radio stick. They're closed at idle, open at full power when you're going to need them the most. And also when you flip the flap switch, they open automatically. And the drop tank also functions properly. Flip a switch and off it goes. See my little latch mechanism there I made? It's just 60 thousandths G10. I got it closing really slow, so you can use the radio to close it. See, it hits on its little stop there, flip the switch, it opens. And the hook here is actually longer enough, so what it does is it kicks the tank away. So when it opens like that, it'll actually hit the tank right about here and push the tank away from the airframe. That way you don't have to worry about it hanging up on anything. And again, a little G10 tab that it sits there and it grabs hold of. It only takes about a minute to put it on. It's pretty simple. But that's it. The rack is from Phil at Fighter Aces in the UK. Awesome kit actually. It came with fiberglass fairing, which is very nice. The aluminum sway bars, that's all welded, and these are actually solid aluminum, not tubes, so you don't have to worry about those bending. Resin cast pieces. You also see a resin cast detail part there. So that's where I'm at. I got a couple of things to rivet back there: the cowl, the gun hood, the flaps, and I'll be done with the riveting other than that fairing on the canopy. But I'm hoping by the end of this week I'll have a silver base coat on it, so I can get ready and start putting paint on there, which is in those two brown boxes up under the priority mailbox, which again is full of parts for the Focke-Wulf. All paints from Warbird Colors, 2 whole boxes of it. And my buddy Ramstein on RC Groups sold me his cyst spinner with fan. So that's the hardest part to find right there right now, since cyst isn't making parts. But I got that, and I will probably end up going with a solo propeller that actually has a scale propeller blade design. It's actually the same profile and everything. So the airplane will be as scale as I can possibly get it, and I've spent way too much money already. Anyways, you guys have a good week, and we'll see you next time in the shop.